Hi, I'm Kathy Assimi, and I am a teacher at Delsey and one of the presenters here today. My early experience with PLCs is very different than Brian or Vinny's. I teach social studies at the middle school, and by nature I think social studies teachers are a little different. First and most importantly, we do not have state standardized tests like the math department, and we do not have performance assessments like band or choir. So we have long been allowed to be the rulers of our own kingdom, stay behind closed doors. So you can imagine the idea of PLCs and group work was not high on the excitement list for the social studies teachers. Many of us would rather argue over the who's more influential, Hamilton or Jefferson. We'd rather do that than discuss how we're going to have our students come to understand these concepts and how we're going to know if they understand them. UBD and PLCs were kind of thrust upon us at the same time, and they required us to open our doors and begin dialogue on how our students were learning, how we knew if they were learning. It started with working together on common assessments, and sure, we all know the standards we had to cover, but we all kind of did it in our own way, and now we were required to have common assessments at the end of each marking period, knowing that each unit was coming down the line. That was hard because some teachers used multiple choice, some used essays, some used some type of a performance-based assessment or alternate assessment. We thought that was hard. Then we had to work together to figure out how we were going to teach each unit. There was even more discrepancies. Some people believed in lecture with notes. Some asked the kids to sit and listen and then write notes, Cornell notes, video simulations. There was all kinds of methods used. And then they wanted us to look at the data as to how we knew whether or not the students were learning. And data and social studies, yeah, I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm still not sure how it all came together or started to fall into place. Early on, our passive and aggressive resistance was evident. But as we were forced to play nice in the PLCs, we slowly started to talk, which turned into discussions about what we were doing, and we slowly started to trust each other and actually admit that something we had tried didn't work. When we got to that point, we could follow up discussions with, well, how did you do this? My kids didn't do well. Or, hey, I had this really good idea. Sometimes these conversations were as quick and on the fly as walking out to the cars at the end of the day or on our way to lunch. But now, finally, after 4 years, many of us have come to the realization that if we talk before, after, during a content unit or a skill-based unit, really, cliche, but working together, sharing the load, collaboration really does let us work smarter, not harder. And the byproduct of that collaboration was improved student learning. And after all, that's our individual goal in the first place. The data proved the kids were learning, and if they weren't learning, we had ideas of how to fix it. Yeah, I said data again. I'm still not thrilled with that, but it's required. All in all, I don't know that the members of our PLC would join together on a Saturday night and go out to dinner, but we have come to work as professionals. We go to each other if we have a question, and that's what we need. Our goal is to improve student learning, and over the past year or two, we've really gotten to a point where we see that happening. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Thanks. Bye.